Are we live? Are we live? See my face there? Yes, looks like we are. Let's start the show. Hey there, my name is Peter Hartman. You're watching Bad Guru Nightly, and I am Bad Guru. This show is meant to serve as a reminder that your attention matters. You see, what we give our attention to becomes a greater part of our experience. We shape our reality with the power of our attention. So it's important to be deliberate. And I'm so glad you decided to be deliberate with me tonight. We'll be talking about, is a world where everyone loves their job even possible? Possible with an A. Is it possible? But first, how was your day? How was your day? Your Monday, your moon day. Following the Sunday, we have the moon day, the day named after the moon. You know, all the days of the week are named for celestial objects. Monday, Sunday, Saturn, Saturday. It's interesting. I don't know them all, but it's interesting. Glad there's a day not called Uranus, huh? Huh? Can you imagine? Oh my God, tomorrow is Uranus Day. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be boring. It's gonna be smelly. Look, how was your day? Okay? Me and my potty humor. How was your day? Did it go good? Did it go great? Did it go bad? Did it go terrible? Did it go at all? Peter, my day didn't even start. I never got out of bed. Never got out of bed. I treated this Monday like it was a Saturday, and I just stayed in bed like it was a lazy Sunday morning. Nothing happened. Or maybe something did happen. You're like, Peter, I went out there and I went to my job and I did the best damn job that I could have done. Sorry for saying damn. I don't know what kind of day you had. I know what kind of day I had. I had an interesting day, full of ideas. Do you know you're always a hair's breadth away from an idea that can change your life. Change it. And all you've got to do is be in the mental creative space to receive that idea and have the audacity to act on it. And when you do, your whole life can change. But sometimes you never know what that life is going to be. You never know if it's going to be changing for the good. You never know the thing for sure. So you got to do something because it's worthwhile. Something that's worthwhile in the doing of it. And hoping that it leads to more. And doing something that matters when you're doing it, you know? That's important. And it's important that you don't just do that like 1 hour a week. It's important that that's part of your regular life. That's why I asked the question, is it even possible to create a world where where everyone loves their job, right? Is a world where everyone loves their job even possible? Is it possible, Peter? I know that things are possible. Possible? No clue. I think it I hope it is. You know, I don't know this for a fact. I don't know for a fact if a world like that is possible. Passable. Why is this in the shutter? I talked about Star Trek in previous episodes, and in Star Trek, that's the way it is, right? You don't like your job, find another job. They'll give you another job, something else for you to do. Anything you want to do, anything you can imagine. You can't imagine anything, go and experience the world and figure out what you like to do. And whenever you're ready, we will support you to get that done. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the access. Don't worry about any of that. In the future of Star Trek, everybody gets to do what they want to do. And it contributes to society. And I like to think it's possible in the real world. I like to think it's possible here on this time, in this timeline on Earth, in this time frame, right? Possible if people. Can you imagine a planet where everyone loved their job, like virtually everyone? I mean, it's not going to be everyone because some people it's not the job that's the problem, it's the living that's the problem, it's the circumstances of life that are the problem, not the job itself. But let's just say, for the sake of conversation, it's possible to live in a world where everyone loves their job. Well, suddenly, how much road rage is there? How impatient are people? What kind of conversations are happening? When people are engaged in something that's worthwhile and meaningful to them, they change. Their behavior changes. They become less prone to addiction because they're getting satisfaction and fulfillment from the thing that they're doing. They're less likely, I imagine, to be bamboozled because, you know, they're paying attention, they're focused, they're looking for something that will help them out. You know, they're not being sheep. They're being entrepreneurial and they're doing something of their own volition. I think you live in a world where people are smarter, wiser, nicer, more caring, right? If people loved what they did. Most people. Everyone. And you think to yourself, Peter, that's impossible. There's no way it's ever going to work. But, I bet you under the times of kings and emperors, people thought democracy wasn't possible. And yet, you have the power to vote. Vote into office the leaders of your choosing. That's incredible. That's fantastic. It used to be that slaves were a commonplace. What? You don't have slaves? How do you get anything done? Slaves back in the days like us having iPhones. Just like, what? You don't have a phone? You don't have a smartphone? How do you get things done? How do you know where to go? How do you do this? How do you do that without your smartphone? Back then, it's like, where's your slave? How are you not getting things done without your slave? Where's your slave? And now we don't got them, at least not in most of the world, People might have thought not possible. But it was. And we are living in a period of abundance greater than any history in the history of humankind, relatively speaking. And we have the ability, nobody can argue that we don't have the ability to make it so that everyone loves their job. So what are we lacking? What are we lacking? Are we lacking the will? Are we lacking the interest? Are we lacking... What are we lacking? I don't know. I definitely think it's possible for you to live in a world where you love your job, right? You get that job, and you leave the other job and you take this new job and you just absolutely love this job and you just think to yourself, oh my God, where have you been all my life? All my life. Get a job that makes you feel so, where, so good inside. Have you been? Makes you think like, my goodness, this is really living, huh? It's like a party every day when you do the work that you love, right? If you do a job that you love, you never work a day in your life. Well, I think that's kind of true. Man, there's a lot of headache that comes in working and doing your own thing. There's a lot of headache that comes with working and doing your own thing. You got to make your heart go. You got to make your heart sing. You got to make your will for. It's tough. But man, it's way better than sitting at a cubicle. Way better than doing a job that you do not like. Nothing wrong with sitting at cubicles. Doing a job that you don't like. I did a job that was easy. I got paid good money to do it, but it wasn't something that I cared about. And it didn't matter that I could pay my bills. And it didn't matter that all of life was normal, without stress. It was terrible. I couldn't stand it. Now, is Bad Guru saying, hey, you should go out there and quit your job? No. Don't do that. All right? It's very, very difficult. But start thinking about it, start planning, and start doing what you can to move yourself in that direction. I have an event coming up. It's called, I know exactly what it's called because I wrote the event, I wrote the description, I chose the title. And the title of the event is Doing Your Own Thing. Doing your own thing and supplemental income. Doing your own thing and supplemental income. If you're in the Montreal area, definitely check out the meetup over on facebook.com/happyforchange. You can find out the various things people are doing on this planet to earn supplemental income. Some of those people have moved over from supplemental income to their main income. You never know. You might have a talent, a skill, a resource, an asset that you can use in order to make your life so much better. And it's just sitting there. It's just doing nothing. It's just nothing's happening. You find out, hey, what's going on in the world? Explore what's happening in the world. You come out to my meetup, you come out to my event, and you have a fun time talking about the possible. I don't know if it's possible to live in a world where everyone loves their job. Or should I say, I think it definitely is possible. That we will do it, it's really up to us. But we have all the abilities, we have all the skills, we have all the resources to do it. And I think we can see paths forward. If you start digging around and how we can make that happen, you can definitely make that happen. I think that's a future we should strive for. That's a future that I want. Maybe you don't love your job, but maybe you just don't hate it. Maybe you don't dislike it. Maybe it gives you some type of meaning beyond that you can pay your bills. Anywho, there's a lot more to talk about on this topic. I'd love to continue the conversation if you are over here in the Montreal area. We're going to be doing that on Bad Guru Nightly. You know, a lot of what I do is I want to encourage you to be your own person and do your own thing. And you can do that even at the job that you're at right now. There's no shame for what your circumstances are now. The only thing to do is to pay attention to how you can move forward more effectively and efficiently and help those things in the world that help you to do just that. Thank you so much for watching the show. It's been absolutely a pleasure to have you here in the present or in the future. I really appreciate it. It's nothing more enjoyable for me than to give my attention, to pay attention to people like you who care enough about themselves to seek out ways to improve their life and for ways to feel better. That's my mission in life. That's my whole shebang. That is my whole thing. And you can find out more at happyforchange.com or facebook.com/happyforchange. Join the Happy for a Change audience and give your attention over to the largest audience of deliberate, willful people who are willing to give their attention to things in order to make the world a better place. Find out more at facebook.com/happyforachange. That's it for me, folks. Go out there, think about what your future can be, and, consider you might not be able to quit your job, but you might be able to earn. What if you could earn an extra $100 a month for something that you would do for free? What if you can earn $200, $300, $500? Suddenly things look different, right? Think about it. We'll talk about it some more. My name is Peter Hartman. You're watching Bad Guru Nightly, and I am Bad Guru. Good night. Where have you been all my life? Oh, all my life. But where? I gotta listen to that song. So good.